Hello guys, welcome to DTW Tutorials. Welcome. Okay, so DTW Tutorials is an educational channel that supports students with their maths and also with their physics. We support WAEC students, that's your WAS exams. We support JAM students, post-UME students, GC students, and name it. So we support you with your maths and also your physics, okay, and also Junior WAEC students. As I said earlier, in the first video of this Junior WAEC, which is the theory part which I've solved, I was helping out a close family friend of mine had son to prepare for this exam. So I decided to reach out to other students that are also preparing for Junior WAEC. That's your BECE 2018 exams. Okay, so I promised to do the video on the OBJ for the 2017. So this is the complete 60 questions solved for your BEC prep. Okay, that's your last year BEC exams. Okay, that's the past question. So this is the complete 60 questions solved. Please give this video a thumbs up if you support and like what I'm doing to reach out and help students with their exams. And also, if this is your first time on this channel, please subscribe to support this ministry to move forward. Subscribe to support us and encourage us to do more, okay? And please also, if you have any questions on this particular video, maybe you don't understand a particular question, feel free, please comment below, put your comments and I'll reach out to you, okay? So thank you for staying tuned to DTW Tutorials, and don't forget, Jesus Christ is coming soon. Give your life to Christ. He is waiting for you, ever waiting and willing to accept you at any time, no matter the sin you are in, no matter the level of problems you are in. He is willing. He will take over that problem of your life. He will take over the ship from you and handle the storm. Okay, he is the same God that walked upon the surface of the water. So you don't need to be afraid. Just give your life to Christ today and everything is assured to be good, for you are destined to win. All right, so let's get into the video. Please try to watch the video to the end, for every minute is not worth wasted. Thank you. You are destined to win. Question 1 of our BECE, that's your Junior WAEC 2017 mathematics past question. It says find the square root of 2 whole numbers 7 over 9. Okay, so 2 whole numbers 7 over 9. Okay, so this is a mixed fraction, so we have to change into improper fractions. Okay, so to change this to improper fraction, what do? We say 9 times 2, which is what? 18, and 18 plus 7, what will 18 plus 7 give us? To give us what? 25. So we have what? 25 over 9. Okay, so the question says find the square root of this, and we've converted this mixed fraction to what? Improper fraction. So we have to find the square root of what? 25 over 9, and which is the same as what? You know, this is the square root of 25, the whole fraction, that's 25 over 9, and it's the same as saying the square root of 25 divided by the square root of what? 9. And what is the square root of 25? It is what? 5. And the square root of 9 is what? 3. Okay, so this is in what? This is an improper fraction. Let's change to what? Mixed fraction. So to change the mixed fraction back, I hope you remember from your revision, okay, which is very important, you know this under fractions. Okay, so to change to mixed fractions back, we have what? We have to say 3 in 5 will go how many times? To go just 1 times, and remainder what? So it will be 5 minus 3, which is what? Remainder what? 2. Then we'll divide by 3. So what is our correct? This is our answer. And what is our correct option here? Our correct option is option A. Question 2 of our BECE Junior WAEC 2017 mathematics question says a number is tripled and then 17 is subtracted from the tripled number. Okay, just follow me so we understand this together. And it says if the result is 40, find the original number. Let us make this original number what? X. We're looking for X. Okay, original number, let's make it equal to, let it be X. Okay, which is what? Equal to X. So they said now a number which is the X that we're looking for is tripled. That means 3 times what? X, which is equal to what? 3x. And then 17 is subtracted. Then it means we're going to subtract 17 from 3x, which will be what? 3x minus 17. Okay? If the result is 40, that's the result of 3x minus 17 is equal to what? 40. You can see here we form our equation. Okay, so this is our equation. So they said find the original number. Okay, so from this equation we are to find what? X. Okay, to look for x, we will collect like terms. Is that not it? Collecting like terms, 3x will be here and minus 17 will come here, and we have 40. If minus 17 comes to this other side, we have what? A plus 17. So we have what? 3x equal to what is 40 plus 17? That will give us what? 57. That's a 7 here and 5. What do? We divide both sides by 3. Is that not it? So we divide by 3. Okay, 3 will cancel here, and 3 in 57 will go how many times? If you punch in your calculator, it will go what? 19 times. So we have x is equal to what? 19. This is our answer. And what is our right option here? Our right option is option D. Question 3 of our BECE Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question. It says, given that A is equal to 1 over 2 bracket A plus C bracket close H, express H in terms of A, capital letter A, small letter A, and C. When you see this statement, express H, it means make H the subject of the formula. I hope we remember subject of the formula, subject of the formula. And what does this mean? We have to manipulate H in a way that H would stand alone on what? On the left hand side of the equation, just like the way A stands alone here. We have to manipulate that H will stand alone here, and all the rest of the alphabet or numbers would be on the right hand side. Okay, so there are several ways to manipulate. There's the addition, there's the subtraction, and there's the division and multiplication. Okay, so from here, let's state this. We're given this, so we have what? Capital letter A is equal to 1 over 2 bracket A plus C bracket close bracket H. Okay, so the first thing you do is we have to deal in change of subject of the formula. Let's deal with what? Our denominator. Now we can see that 2 is the denominator here. Okay, this equation is likened as this. It's the same thing as this A plus C close bracket H divided by 2. Okay, A is still the same as this. So we have to cancel out what? 2. Okay, so to cancel out 2, all we need to do is what? Multiply both sides by 2. Is that not it? Let's write this down. We say multiply both sides by 2. So we have what? 2 times A is equal to what? Let's put this here, A plus C, close the bracket H, or 2, then times 2. Okay, where this 2 would cancel out this 2, you can see we've cancelled out everything in the denominator. And what are we left with? We're left with what? 2A equal to what? Open bracket A plus C, close bracket what? H. Okay, so the next thing is we have to make, we are trying to make H stand alone. Alright, so to make H stand alone, we can divide both sides by this A plus C in this bracket. Okay, so we just write divide both sides by bracket A plus C. Okay, so where we have 2A over A plus C equal to A plus C close bracket over H, then divided by A plus C. Okay, so this will cancel out. So what are we left with? We're left with 2A. This is what we're left with. We're left with what? 2A divided by A plus C equal to H, which is the same as what? H is equal to 2A divided by A plus C. Okay, so this is our answer. So this is our answer. Okay, you can see there's no option in this question, and where I got the question from, I think there was a typographical error. The options were not given. Okay, this is the way you solve this. Okay, that's the change subject of the formula method. Okay, so this is the answer. Question 4 of our Junior WAEC 2017 mathematics past question. It says a polygon has 10,080 degree as the total interior angle. How many sides has the polygon? Remember, the total interior angle of a polygon, what is the formula? I hope you remember the formula. Interior angle, okay, is equal to what? Bracket 2n minus 4 or into bracket what? 90. So we are given the total interior angle as what? 10,080, and we are told to look for the number of sides, how many sides it has. So we are told to look for what? N. So we have here 10 bracket that comma 080 equal to what? 2n minus 4 bracket close bracket 90. Let us open this bracket up. So we have here 90 times 2n, we have here 180n, and 90 times minus 4 is what? Minus 360, and we have what? 10,080. Okay, so let's collect like terms. Is that not it? Okay, here if I want to make things easier for me, all I need to do is take this minus 360 to this side and leave 180 here. Let 180 be on the positive side. Okay, don't get confused on it, it's still the same. All right, so taking minus 360 here, we have 10,080 plus 360 equal to what? 180n. Okay, so 10,000 plus 360, that would give us, if you punch your calculator, you're going to get 10,440 equal to what? 180n. Okay, I will divide by 180. We have to divide both sides to get n. So dividing both sides, over 180 over 180, and 180 will cancel 180. If you punch in your calculator, 10,440 divided by 180 would give you what? 58, which is equal to n, and n is equal to what? 58. And our right option here is option A. Question 5 of our Junior WAEC 2017 mathematics past question, that's your BECE, that's your BECE exams. It says if the sum of the sectorial angles representing private cars and school buses is given as given, find x. Okay, so we're told to what? Find x. Is that not it? And we're told this is private cars. Private. If you watch this pie chart, you can see that from here to here, we have been given as, it has been given as what? 252. Okay, and this angle here alone is what? 90. Okay, and the question says we should find x. So all you need to do, you know, angle at a point is what? 360. So to get x, it's just what? 360 minus what? 252. And what would that give us? What's 360 minus 252? That will give us what? 108. Okay, degree. So our right option here is option D. And don't confuse this. I know some students might say, since this is angle 90, they would add 90 to 252. No, don't do that. Okay, because when you do that, you're going to fail it. It's going to be no, don't do that, because when you do that, it's going to be wrong. Why is it going to be wrong? Because from this, the question has told us that from here to what? Here is what? 252. So you don't need to add 90 to it. It means that from here from here, it means that only private cars will be what? 252 minus 90, which would be here. Okay, and what is 252 minus 90? Let's do that together. We're going to drop down to carry 1 here. 15 minus the 9. What would that give us? 15 minus 9 will give us what? A what? 6, and we'll drop down. This a 1 is left, and we'll drop down what? A 1. Is that not it? So it means the private car's angle is what? 162. and this is what 90. Okay, and when you add 90 to 162, you get what 252. So don't make the mistake of adding 252 to 90 then subtract from 360. Okay, so all you need to do in this kind of question is look at the question critically, all right, and trace out the angles. Don't just rush into the question. You can see this is confusing, all right? So trace out the angles so we know that from here to here we've been given the question as 252. So all you need to do is what? Subtract 252 from what? 360, which 360 is the angle at a point, okay, to get x. All right, so our answer here is what? Option D. Question 6 says find the simple interest on 7,200 naira at 3/4% for 5 years. Okay, remember the formula for simple interest. I is equal to what? PRT divided by 100. Never forget this formula, okay? Never forget it. So because there's always a question on simple interest in your junior WAEC, okay? Don't forget this formula, please. Okay, so principal, what is our principal here? Our principal is what? 7,200. And what is our rate? Our rate is what? At what? 3/4% and what is our time? Our time is 5 years. So let us put in our values. We have 7,200 naira times 3/4 times 5. Don't forget our 100 here divided by 100. So let's cancel out. We'll cancel this, 4 here, 1, 4 in 72 will go 18 times. And when you punch in your calculators for this is 3 times 5, 15, and 15 times 8 and times 18 will give us what? 270. So we have what? 270 naira. So our interest is what? 270 naira, and our right option here is option C. Question 7 of our Junior WAEC 2017 mathematics past question, that's your BECE. It says solve 2x minus 6 less than 4 diagrammatically. Okay, so let's solve this first. We have what? 2x minus 6 less than 4. Okay, so let's collect like terms. In collecting like terms, we have 2x here less than, taking minus 6 to this other side, what are we going to have? What? We are going to have a what? Plus 6. And what do we have here? We have what? 2x less than what? 10. And we divide both sides by 2. Remember, in inequality, the only time your sign changes is if you divide by a negative number. Okay, don't forget that. That's the only time your sign can change. This is a less than. If it's a negative number, it will change to what? Greater than. Okay, so since we're not dividing by a negative number, our sign will remain the same. So let's cancel. We have 2. We cancel 2 here, and 2 in 10 is how many times? 5 times. So we have x less than 5. And how do we draw this? You know, we put our dots here and we put our 5, and this would be what? The arrow, since is what? X is what? Less than what? 5. So our arrow will be this way, and our right option here is option A. Question 8 of our Junior WAEC 2017 mathematics past question, that's your BECE. It says the ratio of required outcome to the total outcome is. This is quite simple. The ratio of required outcome to the total outcome. What is that? That is what? Probability. Okay, it is not game of chance, it's not sample space, it's not outcomes. Okay, you can see outcomes is already here, so it is not. The ratio of required outcome to total outcome is what? Probability. So our right answer here is option A. Question 9 of our Junior WAEC 2017 mathematics past question, that's your BECE. It says Sola moved 7 units to the right. Sola, let's say Sola is in point 0. Okay, he moves 7 digits to the right. Let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then 6 units to the left. To the left, now we'll go this way. What is the new position? 6 digits to the left. Let's count. Okay, he's here now. I will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 6 digits to the left. He stops what? Here. What is the new position? The new position is what? On 1. So our right option here is option B. Question 10 of our BECE, that's your Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past question. It says, in the expansion of this, the coefficient of AB is, okay, so we have to find the coefficient of what? AB. So we have to expand this. So we have what? 2A minus 5B all squared. Okay, so to expand this, we have, this is all squared. So we have 2A minus 5B bracket 2A minus 5B. Okay, this is what this means. 2A minus 5B square is this multiplying this. So we have to what? Open our brackets. Okay, that's we have to multiply. So you multiply, what do? You first pick the first digit here and multiply everything in this bracket. Then the second digit here and multiply everything in this bracket. Okay, so let's write this down. We have 2A bracket what? 2A minus 5B. Then we have minus, don't forget the sign, minus 5B bracket what? 2A minus what? 5B. Okay, so let's open the bracket now. So we have 2A times 2A. What do we have? We have what? 4A squared. Okay, I hope you're following me. Then minus 2A times minus 5B. Okay, I was quick with this. Let me go back. Okay, so we have 2A times minus 5B. That will give us what? A minus. All right, so that will be minus 10AB. Okay, now we're done with this. Now let's solve this. So we have a minus sign here. So minus 5B multiplying 2A. What would that give us? That will give us the same, a minus 10AB. Okay, it has to be AB, you know, in alphabetical order. Now we have here minus 5B times minus 5B. What would that give us? Remember your signs. When you have minus times minus, you have what? A plus. When you have minus times plus, you have what? A minus. When you have plus times minus, you have what? A minus. And when you have plus times plus, you have what? A plus. Don't forget these laws of your sign, okay? And also on the channel, on our channel DTW Tutorials, there's a video on understanding the rules of positive and negative signs, okay? All right, so here minus 5B times minus 5B will give us what? A plus what? What's 5 times 5? That will be what? 25B square. Okay, so let's simplify this. So since we have AB here, AB as the same, we can what? Add this up. All right, so we have what? 4A square. And what is minus 10AB minus 10AB? That will give us what? We're going to add. All right, and keep the sign as negative. So we have what? A minus what? 20AB plus what we have left here? 25B square. Okay, and our question says what? What does our question say? It says find the coefficient of what? AB. This is what? AB. And what is the coefficient of AB here? The coefficient of AB here is what? Minus 20. Okay, that is what? Minus 20. So this is our answer as the coefficient of what? AB. And our right option here is option D. Question 11 of our Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past question. That's your BECE. It says the triangle beside this is called what? Okay, let's say the triangle. Okay, you can see from this triangle that all sides are different. Okay, there's no side that is equal. This is 5, this is 7, this is 9. If we had like two sides that are equal, it will have, we will call it an what? Isosceles what? Triangle. But since none of the sides are equal, this is a what? Scaling triangle. So our right option here is option A. Question 12 of our Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past question. That's your BECE. It says simplify minus 8 divided by minus 1 over 4 divided by 16. Okay, so we have to be careful here. This is fraction. So we have what? Minus 8 divided by minus 1 over 4 in brackets divided by what? 16. Okay, in bracket too. All right, so this is also in bracket. So let's take it one after the other, or should we simplify it? In simplifying it, all we need to do is change all this division sign to what? Multiplication sign. And remember, if you're changing a division sign to multiplication sign, the value on the right hand side of the sign will what? Be inverted. Okay, so let's say we want to change this. We have -8. When we change the division to multiplication, this value here will be inverted upward. Okay, so we have what? Minus what? 4/1. All right, now for this one, if we want to change this to multiplication, this sign, this number here will be inverted. So division to multiplication, when we have times here, we have what? 1/16. Okay, so from here, since this is a negative sign, this is 16, we can cancel out. Is that not it? 16, 8 will go here 1, 8 and 16 will go how many times? Will go what? 2 times, right? And 2 here will go here 1, and 2 in 4 will go how many times? 2 times. So what are we left with? We're left with what? -1 times what? -2. Don't forget the signs. We have a minus here and minus here. So we have -1 times -2. And what is -1 times -2? That will give us what? A what? +2, which is equal to 2. So our right option here, our answer is 2. Our right option here is option D. Question 13 of our Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE. It says express 52 kobo as a decimal of 1 naira. Okay, so what is 1 naira in kobo? Remember? Do you remember what 1 naira is in kobo? 1 naira is 100 kobo. Okay, so we're told to express 52 kobo as a decimal of what? 1 naira. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. So 52 kobo, and we're looking for the value in what? Naira. All right, so all we need to do is what? Cross multiply to get this value. Let's say the value is what? X. So when we cross multiply, what do we have? We have 1 times 52 equal to what? X times 100. All right, to get 100, what do? We divide. 1 times 52 is what? 52, equal to what? 100x. We divide both sides by 100. And what do? We cancel out, and we're left with what? 52 divided by 100. We're going to shift how many decimal places? That will be 1, 2. Since we have 2 zeros here, so we have dots, then 0. So x is equal to 0.52 naira. Okay, so our right option here is what? Option C. Question 14 of our Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE. It says the sum of angles at a point is. You can see this question. I think we did it on question 5. The sum of angles at a point is what? 360, which our right option here is option A. Okay, you remember that question where we had like a pie chart and we're told to find x, where I mentioned that the sum of angles at a point is what? 360. Okay, so this is the answer, 360, option A. Question 15 of our Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE. It says solve these simultaneous equations. You have this. Okay, so this is what? 2x minus y equal to 4. Then 3x plus y equal to 21. There are several methods in which you can use to solve simultaneous equation. Okay, and it's good you know both methods. That's the elimination and substitution method. Okay, if you want to be fast, the elimination method is the best. For if you want speed and accuracy, I bet on the elimination method. Okay, so here I'm going to use elimination method, all right? But you know, in some cases, in some theory questions, they will actually use substitution method. Okay, so it's good you know both methods. All right, so here I'm going to use elimination method, where I'm going to just eliminate y. Okay, since y here we have a minus y and plus y, so it is easy for me to eliminate. Okay, all we need to do is just add what? These two equations. This is equation 1 and equation what? 2. So when we add these two equations, this will be what? 0. And we have 2x plus 3x will be what? 5x. And 4 plus 21 will be what? 25. Here we can find x by dividing both sides by 5. Okay, where x will be equal to what? 5. 25 divided by 5 is what? 5. So all you need to do here is put in the value of x equal to 5 into any of the equation. You can pick any one. Okay, let's say we pick equation 1. So we're putting x equal to 5 into equation 1. Okay, so let's put this here. We have 2 bracket. This is equation 1. 2 bracket what? 5 bracket minus y equal to what? 4. We're trying to look for the value of y. So what is 2 times 5? That will give us what? 10 minus y equal to what? 4. So we take 10 to this side. We have what? Minus y equal to what? 4 minus 10. Is that not it? Taking plus 10 to this side, we have minus 10. So we have minus y equal to what is 4 minus 10? 4 minus 10 will give us what? Minus 6. So from here, to get y, all we need to do is cancel out this negative sign, since we have 2 negative signs on both sides, so it can cancel out. So we have y is equal to 6, okay, and x is equal to what? 5. So where's the correct option here? X is equal to 5 and y is equal to 6. So our right option here is option C. Question 16 of our Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE. It says what number is represented by the tally marks below. Okay, remember your tally marks. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, then cross, that's 5. So we have 5 here. Let me write this here, 5. You have another 1, 2, 3, 4, cross, then this is another 5. This is another 5. This is another 5, and this is 1, 2, 3. So you have 5 plus 5 is 10. Plus another 5 is 15, plus another 5 is 20, and 20 plus 3 is what? 23. So our right option here is option C. Question 17 of our Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE. It says in this diagram angles x and y are called what? Okay, in this diagram, what is angle x and y called? Definitely you can see they are what? Vertically what? Opposite each other. Okay, so our right option here is what? They say angles in alternate segment, no. Complementary angles, no. Supplementary angles, no. Vertically opposite angles, yes. And we tick what? D. Question 18 of our Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE. It says find the area of a semicircle of radius 7 cm, where pi is given as 22/7. Remember, the area of a circle is what? Pi r square. And this we have a semicircle, that is what? Half of a circle, so it will be what? Half pi r square. Okay, and we've been given radius as 7 and pi as what? 22/7. So let's put this in. This is the formula. Area of a what? Semicircle. Okay, so we have what? Half times what? 22/7 times r squared, that is what? 7 times 7. So this will cancel out and we're left with what? 22 times 7 divided by 2 here will go 1 and 2 here what? 11. So we have 11 times 7, which will give us what? 77. All right, centimeter square. And our right option here is option B. Question 19 of our Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE. It says round the product of 0.025 and 0.3 to one significant figure. Okay, so we have to multiply this together. Okay, so 0.3. This is 3. Okay, this is 3. Okay, so let's multiply. So 3 times what? 5 will give us what? 15. So that's 5 carry what? 1. 3 times 2 is 6, and 6 plus 1 is what? 7. So we'll drop down 7. 3 times 0 is what? 0, and 3 times 0 is what? 0. So here we have 0 here. 0 times 5 is what? 0. 0 times 2, 0. 0 times 0, 0. 0 times this 0, we have what? 0. So let's add up, plus we have what? 5, 7, 0, 0, 0. Remember, to count our zeros, we have to count how many numbers are here before our decimal point on the right hand side on both numbers, numbers being added. So we have here 1 and 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's how we'll count, to know how many times we'll count on our answer. Okay, so you count the values that you have at the right hand side of your what decimal place. Okay, so we have here 1. On this other number we have 1, 2, 3. So this is what 3 and this is what 1, and 3 plus 1 is what 4. So we're going to count shift our decimal place in what 4 times. Okay, so here we have what 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so our answer is what 0.0075, and our question says round the product of these to one significant figure. So this is the product answer, so we have to round this to what one significant figure. And remember, in rounding to significant figure is different from decimal place. In significant figure, you start with where the number starts. Okay, so here we have 7. Okay, the first digit after all the 0 is what 7, so we start from here. Our question says to one significant figure, so this is the first significant figure, which is what our one significant, our first number. So what is in the next number after 7? Is it greater than or equal to 5? If it is greater than or equal to 5, then we would carry 1 to add to 7, which would make what 8. All right, so since this value is 5, we can what approximate, we can carry 1 to 7 to make 8. So our final answer here is what 0.008. Okay, and what is our right option? Our right option is option C. Okay, try to revise on your significant figure and decimal places. All right, question 20 of our Junior WAEC 2017 mathematics past question, that's your BEC 2017. It says express b over 2 minus 2b over 5 as a single fraction. What it means is just for us to what subtract this, perform the operations and make it a single fraction. Okay, so we have what b over 2 minus 2b over 5. So let's look for the LCM. What's the LCM of 2 and 5? That would be what 10. Okay, so since the LCM of 2 and 5 is 10, 2 in 10 is what 5, and 5 times b is what 5b, minus 5 in 10 is what 2. 2 times 2b will give us what 4b. Okay, will give us 4b. So what do we have here? 5b minus 4b is equal to what? That's 1b, which will still be left as what? B, and we have divided by 10. Okay, so our answer is what? B divided by 10, and our right option here is option A. Question 21 of our Junior WAEC 2017 mathematics past question, that's your BEC 2017. It says name the solid shape that can be made from the net shown below. Okay, so we have this solid shape. You can see this base here is rectangular, is that not it? Okay, and you can see here the two coverings is what triangular. So from here we can say that is what a rectangular what base pyramid. Okay, it is not a square base pyramid, neither is it a hexagonal pyramid or a triangular prism. Okay, so it's a rectangular base what pyramid. Okay, so our right option here is option B. Question 22 of our Junior WAEC 2017 mathematics past question, that's your BEC 2017. It says solve this inequality equation. So we have what a plus 4 is what greater than or equal to what 10a minus 23. So let's what collect like terms. Is that not it? CLT. So let's bring a here and take 4 to this side. So we have what a 10a coming to this side will be what minus what 10a greater than or equal to we have minus 23 here, then plus 4 coming to this side will be what minus what 4. So here we have what a minus 10a will give us what, that's saying 1 minus 10. Okay, so which is what minus 9. So we have what minus what 9a, which a is coefficient here. Okay, so greater than or equal to, what is minus 23 minus 24? That will give us what? Minus what? 27. We are going to add and put our sign as what? Negative. So from here we have to divide both sides by a minus 9. Remember, I told you in the law of inequality, if you divide by a minus number, okay, number carrying a minus sign, this your inequality sign would what? Change. Okay, so since this is what? Greater than, it will turn to the other side, which is what? Less than or equal to. Okay, so minus 9 cancelled minus 9, that will give us a 1, and this minus will cancel this minus. Is that not it? And 9 in 27 will go how many times? 3 times. So from here you have A. Remember, our sign is going to change, so it will be A what? Less than or equal to what? 3. So this is our answer. So A less than or equal to 3. And our right option here is option C. Question 23 of our Junior WAEC 2017 mathematics past question. That's your BEC 2017. It says 3 friends, Tayo, Titi, and Tunde, share a quantity of walnuts in the ratio 3:4:5. Okay, Tayo, Titi, and Tunde. Okay, 3:4:5. If Tayo got 21 nuts, how many did Titi get? Okay, so if Tayo got what? 21 nuts, how many did Titi get? Okay, so since Tayo is 3, so we have in the ratio of 3, so we have 3, Tayo got 21, so we say what? 21. Okay, this is my own quick shortcut. Then now Titi's ratio is what? 4. So how many did Titi get? We're looking for what? X. Is that not it? So all we need to do is what? Multiply, cross multiply what? Both sides to get X. So we have what? X times 3 here is what? 3x, and 4 times 21 is what? What's 4 times 21? That's what? 84. So divide both sides by 3. Okay, and we have what? X is equal to what? 28. So the share of Titi is what? 28, and our right option here is option B. Question 24 of our Junior WAEC 2017 mathematics past question. That's your BEC 2017. It says find the marked angle P in the figure below. Okay, so we're told to look for this angle, which is what? P. Now you can see that we have 150 here, and remember, angles, like if you have an angle here and an angle here, it is called what? An alternating angles. And alternating angles what? Are equal. So this if this was X, this would be equal to what? X. Since this is 150, this angle here will be what? 150. So our answer is what? 150 degree, which is what? D. Question 25 of the Junior WAEC 2017 mathematics past question. That's your BECE 2017. It says the least common multiple of half, 1/3, 4/5, and 3/10 is. So we have 2, 1/3, 4/5, and 3/10. So to find the least common multiple, we have to find the least common multiple of the denominators. Okay, I hope we remember how to find least common multiple. We'll rule our line this way. We'll put 2, separate it. Okay, 3, separate 5, then we have 10, separate. Okay, so you know, least common multiple is different from the HCF. That's the highest common factor. Okay, so for least common multiple, we say what is the first lowest number that can go in 2, 3, 5, and 10? 2. Okay, 2 can go. So 2 in 2 will give us 1. Can 2 go in 3? No, we'll drop down 3. Can 2 go in 5? No, we drop down 5. Remember, if it's the HCF, the lowest number must go in all these particular figures. Okay, but for LCM, we just look for the number that it can go, and whichever one it can't go in, will drop down the value. Okay, so 2 in 10 is what? 5. Okay, so what's the next number that can go? 3. That's the next lowest number. So 3 in 1 will still drop our 1, and 3 3 in 3 is what? 1. 3 in 5, it can't go. We drop 5 and we also drop 5. The next lowest number that can go is what? 5. So 5 in 1, 1. In 1, 1. And 5 in 5 is 1. And 5 in 5 here is what? 1. So nothing else can go except 1. Okay? So we'll multiply these numbers. So we have 2 times 3 times 5. What would that give us? What is 2 times 3? That is what? 6. And 6 times 5 is equal to what? 30. So the LCM of this fraction is what? 30. Okay, and our right option here is option D. Question 26 of our Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE 2017, says reduce 36, this is 36x squared y over 18x squared y squared to its lowest term. Okay, so I think this is cube, sorry, this is cube, x cube. Okay, sorry, this question isn't too clear. Alright, so 36x cube y divided by 18x squared y squared. So we have to reduce it to its lowest term. Okay, so from here, let's cancel. Okay, when they say reduce to lowest term, it means let's just cancel what can be cancelled. Okay, cancelled out. So x squared can go in x cube, right? It will go, this x squared will cancel out, and we're going to be left with just x here. Y can cancel out here, cancel out from the x y square, and we're left with what? Y. And 18 can go here in 36 how many times? 2 times. Okay, so what are we left with here? We're left with what? 2x, and down here we're left with just what? Y. So our answer is what? 2x over y, and our right option here is option B. Question 27 of our Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE, okay, 2017. It says, given that m is equal to 3, put these inequalities in the box for the inequality below. Alright, that's proof that when we put m as equal to 3, which of the inequality will satisfy this equation? So we have to put the value of m equal to 3 into this equation. So let's write this down. We have m plus 3m. Then let's put this box, this empty box, 2m minus 6. So let's put in the value of m as 3. So we have 3 plus what? 3 bracket 3. Okay, our empty box, 2 times what? 3 minus 6. So this is 3 plus, what's 3 times 3? 9. That's 3 plus what? 9. Okay, and we have here 2 times 3 is what? 6. 6 minus 6 is what? That's 0. Is that not it? So we have 3 plus 9 is what? 12. And we have a box here. 6 minus 6 is what? 0. So what equality sign can we put here? Is definitely what? 12 is greater than what? 0. Is that not it? 12 greater than 0. It cannot be greater than or equal to. Okay? It can't be greater than and equal to, since this is 0. Alright, so it is 12 greater than 0. So our answer is what? The greater than sign. And our right option here is option B. Question 28 of our 2017 Junior WAEC Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE 2017. It says, if a student stands 15 meters away directly west of a tree. Okay, remember our cardinals, this is what? North, this is south, this is what? West, and this is what? East. So a student stands 15 meters away directly west of a tree. Directly, that is a straight line. This is west. Let's say that this is a tree. Okay, the tree is here, and this is what? The cardinal point for the tree. And the student stands 15 meters away directly west from the tree. Okay, away. So this is a student away 15 meters what? Away, directly west of the tree. This is west of the tree. Okay, so the student is here. Okay, so what's the bearing of the student? Okay, so let's draw the student's also cardinal point, since the question says 15 meters away directly west of a tree. Okay, so the student is here, so the student is west. The student, it will meet the student at the east, west, then this is north, and what? South. So the question says, what is the trees bearing from the student? Definitely the trees bearing from the student, since this is directly, so it is this angle, okay, which is what? 90 degree. All right, so the student's bearing from the 3 is what, or what the 3 is bearing from the student is what, 90 degrees, which is option C. Question 29 of our Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE. It says PQRS is a quadrilateral. Then PQ is called, that is PQ, this particular line, what is it called? The first answer says chord. It's not a chord. B says diagonal. It is not a diagonal. Okay, this is a diagonal. C says diameter. No, it is not a diameter. This is not a circle. They say it's a quadrilateral. And D say symmetry. Okay, and it is not also a symmetry. It's just a side. You can also call, you can call this a length or the breadth. Okay, so there is no answer for 29. So I advise any questions that you are sure that doesn't have the right option, please leave it blank. Okay, so 29 doesn't have an answer. Question 30 of our Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE 2017, says subtract -9 from the sum of -8 and 10. Okay, subtract -9 from the sum of -8 and 10. So let's sum -8 plus 10. I want to subtract -9 from this. So we say -9. Remember, they said subtract -9. This subtract is a minus already. Then you don't forget to add your -9. Okay, so that's why we have a minus here. So from here, to simplify this, what do we have? We have a -8 plus 10. Now this is a minus, they will multiply each other, and we're going to have what? A plus 9. Okay, so -8 plus 10, what would that give us? That will give us what? A 2, a positive 2. Okay, since 10 carries the biggest number has the positive sign, so we'll leave down the positive sign and we'll carry out what? The subtraction operation on these two numbers. So we have plus 2, then plus 9. And what is 2 plus 9? That is what? 11. So we have a what? Positive 11. So our right answer here is option A. Question 31 of our Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE. It says express 40% as a decimal number. Okay, so this is easy. All you need to do to express 40% as a decimal number, divide what? 40 by what? 100. Okay, and when you do this, 0 would cancel out 0, so we're left with what? 4/10. And when you're left with 4/10, all you need to do is move the decimal place. Since we just have 1 0 here, move your decimal place what? In one place. Okay, so we have what? 0.4, and you can add a 0 down here. All right, or to make it better, since we have 40/100, you don't need to cancel. All you need to do is move your decimal point in two places, since we have 2 zeros here. Okay, so we move 1, 2. So what do we have here? We have what? 0.40. Okay, this is our answer, and our right option is option C. Question 32 of our Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE. It says, what is the value of n if 5.69 times 10 raised to the power n equal to this? Let us write this down. 5.69 times 10 raised to the power n is equal to 569. Then we have 4 zeros. That's 0, 0, 0, 0. So you know this is standard form. I hope you remember that. So we're told to find the value of n. All we need to do is shift our decimal point to get to what? 5.69. All right, so let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so it means our 10 will be raised to the power, this is n, is equal to what? 6. Okay, so it means that we have multiplying 5.69 by the power of 10 raised to power 6. Okay, so the value of n is 6. So what's our right option here? Our right option is option B. Question 33 of our Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE 2017, says list the prime factors of 150. First of all, we must understand the meaning of prime factors. Now, prime factors are only divisible by 1 and themselves. So we will check from our options here. There are numbers that are only divisible by 1 and themselves. Okay, so 2 can only be divisible by 1 and itself. 5 can only be divisible by 1 and itself. 15 can be divided by 3. It can be divided by 5. So this is not a prime factor. So option A is wrong. Now 2, yes, is a prime factor. 3 is a prime factor. 10, no, because 10 can be divided by 2 and also by 5. Okay, we have this is a prime factor, this is a prime factor, 10, no. D, we have 2 is a prime factor, 3 is a prime factor, 5 is a prime factor. So our right option here is option D. Question 34 of our Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BEC, says if x varies directly as t, that is x varies directly as t, and x is equal to 105 when t is 400. Find x when t is equal to 500. Okay, remember variation. So here, to convert this to an equal to sign, what do we have? We have what? X is equal to kt. We introduce our constant k. Okay, therefore making k the subject of formula so we can find our constant, what do? We divide both sides by t. Is that not it? Divide both sides by t so that k can stand alone. So t would cancel, and what do we have here? We have k is equal to what? X over t. So what is x? They said when an x is what? 105 and t is what? 400. Okay, so what can go here? And a 5 can go. 5 in 10 would be 2. In 105 will be what? 21. And 5 in 400 will go how many times? 80 times. Okay, so we have what? 21 over 80. Just to take note, I'm just solving this question is actually very wrong. It's a wrong question. I think either the values were not given correctly, but I'm still solving this for you to have an idea of how to solve variation. Okay, so we have 21 over 80 So the question says find x when t is 500. Okay, so we've known our equation as what? X is equal to what? Kt. So where we've gotten our constant as what? 21 over 80, and t, where we've been told that when t is what? 500, so x will be equal to what? 21 over 80 times 500. Okay, so we can cancel this here. 4 can go here, or 2 can go here 4 times, and 2 here, or 25. So we are left with 21 times 25 divided by 4. When you punch in your calculator, you're going to get 131.25. You can see your answer is not in the option. Okay, so this is the wrong question, but I'm still solving this to refresh your memory on how to solve direct variation. Okay, question 35 of our Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE 2017. It says calculate the area of a trapezium shown below. See next column for diagram. Okay, this is the diagram here. All right, so these are answers. Remember, what is the area of a trapezium? What's the formula for area of a trapezium? Is equal to what? Half bracket a plus b bracket h. Okay, where h is what? What is h? H is your height, and a plus b are your two sides, where a is this side and b is your what? Your base. Okay, so let's put in our values. We have here 1 over 2 bracket, what is a? That is 6, plus then what is b? Our base is what? 12, and our height is what? 5. Okay, so what do we have here? We have half. What is 6 plus 12? That is half multiplied by 6 plus 12 is what? 18, and times what? 5. Is that not it? So 2 here will go here 1, 2 here will go how many times? In 18 to go what? 9 times, and 9 times 5. What is 9 times 5? That is what? 45 centimeter square. So this is our answer, and our right option here is option A. Question 36 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE 2017. It said, what is 1/4 of the HCF of 2, 24, 16, and 48? I hope you remember how to find our HCF. So we'll draw this line, okay, and we put the numbers that we're to look for, the numbers that were to find the highest common factor. So this is 24, 16, and 48. Okay, so the first question we're going to ask ourselves is, what number can go in 24, 16, and 18 at the same time? You know, HCF is different from LCM. Okay, so for HCF, you're going to ask yourself, what number can go in 24, 16, and 48 at the same time, not at different times, which is the LCM. So 2 can go. So 2 in 24 is what? 12. 2 in 8 is 16 is what? 8. And 2 in 48 is what? 24. We ask ourselves again, what number, the slowest number, that can go in 12, 8, and 24? That is still what? 2. 2 in 12 is what? 6. 2 in 4 in 8 is what? 4. And 2 in 24 is what? 12. Okay? We ask ourselves again, what's the lowest number that can go in 6, 4, and 12 at the same time? We still have what? 2. Okay? So 2 in 6 is what? How many times? 3 times. In 4, 2 times. In 12, how many times? 6 times. Now we ask ourselves again, what is the lowest number that can go in 3, 2, and 6 at the same time? Is there any number that like that? No. No number can go in 3, 2, and 6 at the same time. Okay? So we are left with our HCF as what? 2 times 2 times 2. And what is 2 times 2? That is 4. And 4 times 2 is what? 8. So we have our HCF as 8. The question says, what is 1/4 of the HCF? So 1/4 of is what? Multiplication or multiplied by what? 8. So here we're going to have 4 here, 1, and 4 here. How many times? 2 times. So our answer is what? 2. Okay, and what is our right option here? Our right option is option D. Question 37 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE 2017. It says, a tennis ball is an example of a cone? No. A cuboid? No. A hemisphere? No. It's an example of a what? A sphere. Okay, so our answer is option D. Question 38 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BEC 2017. It says, find the simple interest on 8,000 naira for 3 years at 3.5% per annum. Remember, simple interest is what? I is equal to what? PRT over 100. Where your principal is 8,000, your rate is what? 3.5%, and your time is what? 3 years. So we have what here? 8,000 times 3.5 times 3 divided by 100. So these 2 zeros will cancel these 2 zeros. So we have here 80 times 3.5 times 3. When you punch in your calculator, you're going to get what? 840 naira. Alright, and our right option here is option B. Question 39 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE. It says, Ayo earns 50,000 naira monthly and he spends 35,000 naira altogether. If he saves the rest, find the percentage of his savings. Okay, so Ayo spends. First of all, Ayo earns. So the amount he earns is what? Equal to what? 50,000 naira. Alright? Then he spends 35,000 naira. His expenditure is what? 35,000 naira. Okay, so what is his savings? The amount in naira in his savings, because they said if he saves the rest. So let us find the amount in naira. So 35 minus 50,000 naira minus 35 will give us his what? Savings. So 50,000 minus 35 will give us what? 15,000 naira. So the question says, what is the percent of his savings? That's what the question says. Find the percent of his savings. Okay, so the percent of his savings is what? 15,000 divided by the total amount he earns, which is what? 50,000 times 100. So here, what would cancel? These two zeros will cancel out these two zeros. Okay, these two zeros will also cancel out these two zeros. So we're left with what? 150 over 5. And 5 here, 1. 5 in 15 is what? 3. So we are left with what? 30. So the percentage of his savings is what? 30%. Okay, this is our answer, and our right option here is option C. Question 40 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE 2017, says in a set of data 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The probability that an odd number is chosen is, now where this is probability, and remember probability is what? The required outcome over total outcome. Okay, so what is our required outcome? Our required outcome will be the number of what? Odd numbers in this set of data. So let's count out the odd numbers in this set of data. Okay, so let's pick out the odd numbers here. Odd numbers. So we have 3 is an odd number here, right? 5 is an odd number. 7 is an odd number. 9 is an odd number, and 11 is an odd number. So the total numbers of odd number here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have what? 5. Now, what is the total outcome? That's the total numbers in this set of data. We have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So total number is equal to what? 9. Okay, and odd numbers is what? 5. Remember, probability is equal to what? Required outcome over the total outcome. Okay, where our required outcome is what? 5, and our total outcome is what? 9. So our answer is what? 5 over 9, and the right option here is option A. Question 41 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE 2017. It says, what is the size of the angle marked Y in the diagram? Okay, diagram below. Okay, so when you see this particular triangle and you see this particular mark, it means these two sides are equal, and this is a what? An isosceles what? Triangle. Okay, and remember, in isosceles triangle, the two base angles are what? Equal. Okay, so it means that this angle is also equal to what? Y. If this is Y, our unknown, then it means that this angle here is equal to Y. And you also remember the sum of angles in a triangle is equal to what? 180 degrees. Okay, so we're going to sum up this angle and equate it to 180 degrees. So here we have what? 84 plus Y equal to 180. So we have 84 plus y is what? Is what? 2y equal to 180. Let's collect like terms. We'll leave 2y here and take 84 to this side. So we have 180 minus 84. And what would that give us? 180 minus 84 will give us what? 96. To get y, we divide both sides by 2. Okay, 2 would cancel out, and y, 2 in 96 is how many times? We'll go how many times? 48 times. So we have y is equal to what? 48 degrees. So these two angles here is what? 48 degrees. Okay, and our right option is option C. Question 42 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE 2017. It says a man can type 21 words per minute. How long will it take him to type 3,780 words? Okay, so 21 words per minute, 1 minute. Okay, so how long? So 3,780 words will take him how many minutes? So we're looking for what? X. Okay, this is what we're looking for. X will take him how many what? Minutes. So all we need to do here is what? Cross multiply. Cross multiply X here and this here. All right. So we have 21 times X equal to what? 1 times 3. That's 1 minute times what? 3780. So to get X, we divide both sides by what? 21. Which this is words here. Let's put their units. Divide by what? 21 words. So this will cancel out. So we're left with X, and words will cancel out these words. And 3780 divided by 21. If you punch in your calculator, you're going to get your answer as what? 180 minutes. Okay? And we can see here now that our option is given in hours and not in minutes. So to convert 180 to minutes, what do we do? Remember that 1 hour gives what? 60 minutes. Okay, so to convert 180 to hours, what do? We divide by what? 60 minutes to get the answer in hours. And 180 divided by 60 is what? 3. So we have 3 hours. This is our answer, and our right option here is option B. Question 43 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE 2017. It said simplify this. Okay, so we have 64 raised to power half times 36 raised to power half times 10 raised to power what? 0. Remember, anything raised to power of half is what? Is a square. Okay, this is still this would be written as the square root of what? 64 times the square root of what? 36 times, and anything raised to power of 0 is what? 1. Okay, so what is the square root of 64 here? It's what? 8. And what is the square root of 36 here? We have what? 6. And times 1. So what is 8 times 6? That will give us what? 48. And 48 times 1 is still what? 48. And our right option here is option D. And remember, if it was a 3 here, this would be what? The cube root. Okay, so since we have a half here, this is written as what? The square root of what? 64. So our right option here is option D. Question 44 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE 2017. It says a certain amount of foodstuff will be consumed by 15 persons in 4 days. How long will it take if it is shared among 6 persons eating at the same rate? Okay, so the total amount of food eaten by 15 persons in 4 days is what? 15 times what? 4, which will give us what? 60. Now it now asks how long will it take if it is shared among 6 persons. Okay, so to know the total amount of days to take for 6 persons to eat this quantity of food will be 60 divided by 6. And what is that? What would that give us? 10. Okay, so it's going to take 10 days for 6 people to eat this food. So our right option here is option B. Question 45 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE, says Mrs. Bola Joko invested 1,082,000 naira in 2010. Rewrite this amount correctly to the nearest million. Okay, correctly to the nearest million. So to write this correctly to the nearest million, after this value of 1 million, is there any number immediately after 1 that is greater than or equal to 5? Okay, so 0 is not greater than or equal to 5, so it cannot be approximated. All right, so to the nearest million, all right, to the nearest million, we are going to leave our answer as what? 1 million, since we don't have any value that can be approximated. Okay, so our right option here is option D. Question 46 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE. It says simplify by removing the brackets. Okay, so we have to remove this bracket. So we have a minus 7b bracket minus 8a minus b. So to remove this bracket, this minus sign will affect everything in this bracket. We can leave, since there's a positive here, nothing will really affect whatever is in the bracket. So we can open this bracket of a minus 7b. Then in opening this bracket, we say minus times 8a will give us what? Minus 8a. And minus times minus b will give us what? Plus b. So let's simplify this here. We have a, let's collect like terms, a minus 8a and minus 7b plus b. So what is a minus 8a? A minus 8a would give us what? Minus 7a. And what is minus 7b plus b? That will give us what? A minus 6b. Okay, so what is our answer? This is our answer. And what is the right option here? The right option is what? D. Okay, so this is our answer. Since there's no, don't confuse this and just rush by multiplying this bracket and this bracket. No, there's a negative sign here. So it is only this negative sign that will affect everything in this bracket. Okay, don't multiply these two brackets. All right, so this is our answer, option D. Question 47 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE. It says if 58456 is equal to 58 star 60, find star which makes the nearest 10 approximation possible. Okay, so the nearest 10 approximation, you know 10 is what? 0, 1. So this only these two values. All right, so these two values were approximated. Since they are only referring to the nearest 10, so it doesn't concern the 100. All right, so 4 will still remain the same. So the star is what? 4. Okay, so our right option here is option B. Since 56 could be what? Approximated to what? 60, which is the nearest 10. All right, so don't get confused. This is not the nearest 100. If it was the nearest 100, then 4 will be affected. But we are looking at the nearest 10, so nothing would affect the 100 value. So 4 would still remain. So our right option is option B. Question 48 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Question, that's your BECE 2017, says which of these is an improper fraction? Okay, I hope we remember the definition of improper fractions. They are fractions that can be further, like for example, 4 divided by 3 is an improper fraction since 3 can go in 4. Okay, and let's say you have 29 divided by 10 is an improper fraction since 10 can go in 29 and there will be a remainder. Okay, so from our options here, option A, no, because A is what? A mixed what? Fraction. So this is not an improper fraction. Option D, we have 7 over 6. Can 7 go in 6? No, so this is a proper fraction. Option C is also a proper fraction since 5 cannot go in 4. Option D, 3 cannot go in 2, is also a proper fraction. So there is no improper fraction in this option. So we don't have an answer on this option. Okay, so leave your answers blank for this question. Question 49 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BEC 2017. It says the diagonals of a rhombus are 8 centimeter and 10 centimeter respectively. Find the area of the rhombus. Okay, so let's say we have a rhombus this way. Okay, forgive my drawing here. Okay, so this is one diagonal and this is another diagonal. So this is 10. The bigger diagonal is 10 and the smaller one is what? 8. Okay, find the area of the rhombus. Remember the formula of rhombus? The formula of the area of a rhombus is what? Half x, y. Okay, where x and y are the what? Diagonals of the rhombus. So we have 1 over 2 times 8 times what? 10. Okay, so 2 here will go here 1 and 2 here 4. So we have 4 times 10, which will give us what? 40 centimeter square. So our right option here is option A. Question 50 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE 2017. It says a man paid 2 25. That's 225 naira to purchase a book marked at 250 naira. He had 25 naira as, okay, remember this. A man paid 225 naira to purchase a book marked at 250 naira. He had 25 naira as what? So what was the 25 naira he didn't pay? What is it called? A says commission. No, that is not commission. Commission is when you have, let's say you are a reseller, you bought something from a wholesaler, and no, not that. Commission is when you someone pays you for selling something. Okay, he pays you a commission for selling something for him. Now B is right because it's a discount. The book was supposed to be sold at 250 naira, but you paid 225 naira, so it is a discount. Now C, he said loss. No, you are not selling anything. You didn't come to sell. He said profit. You didn't also come to buy and sell. So the right option here is option B. Question 51 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question says, a group of students measured the temperature of a room and obtained the following results. Okay, these are the results. The question says the range of the temperature is, remember the definition of range. Range is what? Range is what? The highest value minus the what? Lowest value. Okay, so from this results, let's look for the highest value. So what's the highest value here? We have 23, 25, 26, 27. Okay, 27 is one high value. Is there 28 here? No. So the highest value here is what? 27. Okay, and what is the lowest value? We have 23 here. Is there 22? No. So the lowest value here is what? 23. And what is 27 minus 23? That will give us 4. So we have 4 degrees Celsius as our range. And our answer, right option here is option C. Question 52 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE 2017. It says the perimeter of the shape shown below is all units in centimeter. Okay, so this is the shape shown below. Okay, so from this shape shown below and from the diameters given, we can see that this is not, I know we might just go straight forward and say this is a rectangle. No, this is not a rectangle. For this side is not equal to this side. So since they said the shape shown below, so, and we remember that to get the perimeter of any shape is just the addition of each side. Okay, so to get the perimeter of this shape, we'll say we'll add this to this to this to this. Okay, so we have here 2x plus 3y plus 6 plus 2x, then plus this one, plus 3y minus 2. Okay, so let's simplify this. Let's collect like terms. We have 2x here plus 2x, and we have, let's take y, the y's. We have what? Plus 3y, another plus 3y here, and we have 6. Let's take the numbers. We have plus 6 and minus 2. So what is 2x plus 2x? That will give us what? 4x. And what is 3y plus 3y? That will give us what? 6 what? Y. And what is 6 minus 2? That's plus 2 minus 2. It will give us what? A what? Plus 4. So this is our answer in centimeter. So 4x plus 6y plus 4. And what is our right option here? Our right option is option B. Question 53 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE 2017. It says correct 4, 5, 7, 7, 5 to one significant figure. Okay, so one significant figure will start from the values, okay, that are non-zeros, and 4 is a non-zero value since it's 4. Okay, so we have 1, we count 1. And what is the next number following 4? It's 5. Is 5 greater than or equal to 5? It is what? Equal to 5. So we can approximate 1 to 4 to add to 4. So 1 plus 4 is what? 5. Okay, so we have 5,0,0,0,0, which is what? 50,000. So our right answer here is option A. Question 54 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE 2017, says how many vertices has a cuboid? Okay, a cuboid has what? 8 vertices. Okay, so our right option here is what? Option C. Question 55 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question says a region of a circle between a chord and a part of circumference is called. Okay, you have this and you have a chord down here, and they say what is the region of that circle between the chord and part of the circumference? It is called what? A what? Segment. So you have one segment here and one segment here. Okay, so it is not an arc, it's not a sector, but a what? Segment. And it's not also a semicircle. A semicircle is when it crosses what? The center of the circle. Okay, so our answer here is what? Segment, which is option C. Question 56 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question. It says when an event is certain to happen, the probability is what? When an event is certain to happen, that is for past, the probability is equal to what? 1. Okay, which is our answer is B. Okay, so when an event is certain to happen, the probability is what? 1. All right, so our right option here is option B. Question 57 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE 2017, says take away 1125 millimeter from 38 centimeter, giving your answers in what? Millimeter. Okay, so all we need to do is convert what? 38 to what? Millimeter. To convert 38 to millimeter, what do? We multiply by what? 10. Okay, so which is what? 380 millimeter. Okay, so we have to take away 125 from 380. So let's subtract, take away 185 from 380 millimeter here. Subtract, what do we have? Let's carry 1 here. We have 5 remainder. What's remaining here is 7. 7 minus 2, that will give us 5. And we have what? A 2 here. 3 minus 1 is what? 2. So we have 255 millimeter as our answer. And our right option here is option D. Question 58 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question, that's your BECE 2017, says solve for x in this equation. Okay, so we have 2 whole number 1/4 minus 11/2 x equal to 0. Okay, so let's simplify this mixed fraction to what? Improper fraction. To simplify this, we'll say 4 times 2 is what? 8, and 8 plus 1 is what? 9. So we have what? 9/4 minus 11/2x equal to 0. So what to solve for x in this what? Equation. Here, what do? We find the LCM of this. Is that not true? Okay, so the LCM of 4 and 2x is what? 8x. Okay, so 4 in 8x will go how many times? That will be 2x. Okay, to go 2x, we are going to be left with 2x, and 2x times 9 will give us what? 18x. Is that not right? And we put our negative minus sign down, and 2x in 8x will give us what? 4. Okay, and 4 times 11 will give us what? 44 equal to 0. So we have here, so this is what we have here. All we need to do now is cross multiply. Okay, so this x can go off, so we'll cross multiply. So in cross multiplying, what do? X will go here, and we have 0 over what? 1, and 1 will go here. Okay, so it's just to cancel out x. You can either say you cross multiply x, or you multiply both sides by 8x. Okay, so to cross multiply, 8x would multiply 0 and give us what? 0. So we're left with what? 18x minus 44 equal to what? 0. So from here, let's collect like terms. Or let me take it one step at a time. So this is what? 8x times what? 0. Okay, which is equal to still 0. So we have 18x minus 44 equal to 0. All right, so let's collect like terms. We leave 18x here equal to, take 44 to this side, we have what? Plus 44, and we divide by 18, divided by 18 to get our x. So 18, you cancel 18 here. What can go here? I think 2 can go here, 22, and 2 would go here how many times? 9 times. So we're left with 22 over, can something else go? Yes? No, nothing else can go. So we're left with what? 22 over what? 9. Okay, so this is an improper fraction. We have to convert this towards mixed fraction. So 9 will go in 22. How many times? It will go in 22 2 times, and a remainder of 4 over 9. So this is our answer, and our right option here is option A. Question 59 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE 2017. It says a rectangular container has a length 30 mm, width 25 mm, and height 15 mm. The volume of the container is, so we're told to look for the volume of the rectangular container, and volume is equal to what? Length times breadth times height, okay, times height. And what is our length is what? 30. Everything is in millimeter, times our width, okay, is what? 25, and our height is what? 15, all in what? Millimeter. Okay, so when we multiply this, punch in your calculator, you're going to get 11,250 what? Millimeter cube. Okay, and our answer is given in what? Centimeter cube. So we have to convert millimeter cube to what? Centimeter cube. And to convert millimeter cube to centimeter cube, what do? We divide by 1,000. Okay, so when we divide by 1,000, what are we going to get? This, we're going to, since we have 3 zeros here, let us count our decimal places, in 3 places. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're left with what? 11.250 centimeter cube. Okay, which is the same as, what's our answer here? Which is the same as what? 11.25 what? Centimeter cube. Okay, and our right option here is option D. Question 60 of the Junior WAEC 2017 Mathematics Past Question. That's your BECE 2017. It says the pair of alternate angles in the figure below are, remember alternate angles, they are angles that, if this, as you see this line this way, okay, X and C are what? Alternate angles, and also A and Y down here are alternate angles. So our answer is either X and C or A and Y. C and B, these are what? Opposite what? Angles. Okay, so but our question says what is the pair of alternate angles? So from here, from this diagram, is either is X and C or A and Y. And let's see, X and C, is X and C in the option here? No. This is X and A? No. X and Y? No. Okay, and you know that X and Y, this is an angle on a straight line, and remember the sum of angles on a straight line is what? 180. Okay, but we are not, the question does not ask us for angles on a straight line, but alternate angles. Okay, so let's go back. So next, A and Y, that is A and Y, they are alternate angles, and here we have the answer, which is option A.